Hey everyone, welcome back to our Getting Started series with Strama. In today's video, we're going to focus on contact management as well as managing our account maps and org charts. So let's go ahead and let's get started. As you recall in our last video, we focused on how do we create events and tasks using Strama and conversational AI. In today's video, what we want to do is we want to use those insights in the context of those meetings to help create the items that I described with regard to contacts and org charts. So we are in our Starbucks account, just like last video, and I'm already starting at the assistant tab. And as mentioned before, this is synced with our Salesforce account. So if I were to ask about our contacts, can you show me our contacts on the account? What this is going to bring in are the contacts that are from my CRM into our Strama account. So it's going to load these records and show us the cards.
I've displayed the list of contacts for this account. You can review their details as needed. If you need any specific information or updates, please let me know.
So our goal today will be to add a new contact, update an associated classifier, whether, as you see with the two contacts at the right, whether decision maker, champion, influencer, etc. And then we also want to make changes to our org chart. So I have an org chart. Can you show me the contacts within the org chart? So I've already done this in advance, just for sake of time, but you can see I've already created an org chart hierarchy with these contacts.
Here's the org chart showing all the contacts within the account. You can navigate through the chart to see the reporting structure and relationships between the contacts.
So what we'll do today in order to create a contact as well as update our account map, we're going to go back to concepts in our last video. We're going to create an event, and using the notes from that meeting, we're going to have Strama go ahead and do the work and figure out how to make that contact as well as update the org chart accordingly. So to get started, I'm going to hit the microphone button and we're going to start our conversation. Just had a meeting with Dennis Brockman this morning. Dennis let us know that the POC is going well. He also let us know that Greg Smith, the SVP of Finance, will be an influencer on this opportunity and that he reports to Rachel Rogeri. Dennis is going out of town for the week on vacation in Hawaii. Our next step will be to follow up when he gets back next week. Let's go ahead and let's log the event and update the org chart accordingly. So this is going to start to work. The first step will, of course, be creating that event that we, just like we did in the last video. Now you'll notice two things happened if you happen to be paying attention. Let's see.
The event from your meeting with Dennis Brockman has been logged, and the org chart has been updated to include Greg Smith as the Senior Vice President of Finance, who is an influencer on this opportunity and reports to Rachel. Please let me know if there's anything else you'd like to do.
Perfect. So as I mentioned, we've created that event. Now I asked our assistant to update our org chart accordingly. I didn't ask it to create Greg Smith or to note that he was an influencer. I really gave it kind of a broad set of instructions. But what it was able to do, it was able to go back and parse through our meeting notes that it created here. You see that it's kind of cleaned up our the dictation. And it's been able to understand that, hey, Dennis Smith didn't formerly exist within our contact cards. So what it then did is created Greg Smith as a contact record. And then it also noted that Greg Smith was an influencer. So it updated the classifier for Greg's contact to be an influencer. Then on top of that, I did mention that Greg reported to Rachel Rogeri. So using that information, it went ahead and made the change to Greg to report to Rachel. So you might have seen that happening in real time. If not, go ahead and rewind and you'll see that Greg Smith will populate and then it will then report to Rachel Rogeri. So that's just one example of how we can use the context of our meetings to create contacts or update the org chart, but we can also manually dictate the org chart as well if we have any other changes that we want to make. So let's go ahead and let's just pull up the org chart down here instead. Can you show me the updated org chart? Perfect.
Here's the updated org chart centered around Dennis Brockman. You can see the
So what I want to do now is I want to make multiple changes without the effort of having to drag and drop or click and type that you would typically do with PowerPoint or Google Slides or what other tool that you might have used in the past. So in this case, I'm going to change multiple classifiers and reporting structures in this with only one click of a button. So I'll show you how this works. So let me pick a few people to use. All right, so we'll go. Let's go ahead and let's have Andy Adams be a champion, Brady Brewer to be a blocker, and Rachel Riguri to be an influencer as well. Change Kelly Banks to unknown. And then Rachel and her team actually report to Dennis Brockman. And then Brady reports to Andy. So again, with a simple click of a button, a voice prompt, our assistant instantly makes the changes that we requested around organizational hierarchy.
The contact roles have been updated as follows.
And we're going to cut that off. Organizational hierarchy, as well as the labels and the influencers for our contacts. So that's all for today. Hopefully you found that helpful. Hopefully that looked easy in terms of how to seamlessly interact with your CRM, and as well as creating and dynamically updating items such as org charts to help with your account strategy moving forward. So in our next video in the Getting Started series, we're going to be focusing more so on administrative tasks and how we can use the context from those meetings that we create to develop contextualized and personalized emails to save us time while still maintaining the relationship with our customer. So thanks again. Please like, subscribe our channel, and we'll see you next time. Thanks a lot.